Why did Chief Keef keep his distance from Lil Durk? Durk and Keef are both members of the Black Disciple street gang's OTF 300 gang, usually just referred to as 300. This set includes the terrain around the south side neighborhoods of O Block, named after Odee Perry, Front Street 64th, and Normal, dubbed Lamron, and 64th King Drive. So with all the attention focused on Lil Durk following his Chiraq remix and the response from Tyga, in today's video, I would like to share my knowledge on Durk and Keef's relationship and explain why, in my opinion, there may soon be a falling out between Durk and the rest of 300, leading to Durk's losing street credibility. Stay with me till the end of the video to learn more. Now, let's get right into it. Geography. Durk is from the region around the 64th and Normal, whereas Keef is from O Block. He has O Block tattooed on his neck. To be clear, when I say these two artists are from these different places, I do not necessarily imply that this is where their childhood home address was, but rather that here is where they hung around, etc. Durk and Keef were both parts of the early drill music popularity surge. I think Durk signed with Def Jam before Chief Keef signed with Interscope. But it is obvious that Lil Durk rose to prominence through his affiliation with Chief Keef and 300 when Kanye remixed I Don't Like. I found Lil Durk after hearing Chief Keef's I Don't Like remix and watching Lil Durk in the associated videos made by D Gaines. Both were obviously successful in their own regions prior, but Durk owes at least some of his successes to the increased exposure of drill music that Keef, King Louis, Chop, and Kanye generated. Beef beginnings. Empirical evidence suggests that Durk was never as close to Keef as he was to Frito, and vice versa. While Durk and Keef have multiple music videos together, they only have one song together and have only appeared in one of the other's videos. This makes sense because they are not from the same area, though they are quite close. But it does not explain why Durk was never a part of GBE like other notable 300 rap musicians. Durk founded his own movement, OTF, instead of joining Keef's GBE, Only the Family. It's vital to separate OTF movement, which includes artists from the 600 BD set like Rondo, from OTF 300, the group, which Keef claims as much as Durk. Despite not being as closely related as some of the other 300 members, it looked that Keef and Durk had a tight connection until the summer of 2013, when Durk was arrested on gun charges and Keef supposedly refused to pay his $10,000 bail. Durk, on the other hand, stayed mute and indifferent until Keef tweeted at him saying something along the lines of, "What happened to OTF? You ain't rockin' with it no more?" I'm not sure if Keef was genuinely curious in Durk's personal movement or if was more aggressively questioning Durk's devotion to the gang. But in either case, Durk took it badly and lashed out at Keef, saying things like, "Fuck you GBE bitch, and you would be dead if it wasn't for the 300. Pre-Chiraq remix beef. After that, the battle died down a little, but Durk did take a dig at Keef, insulting his love of ATVs by tweeting about how four-wheelers were lame and dirt bikes were great. Another escalation in the dispute occurred when a phony Chief Keef IG account commented on one of Capo's IG posts something like, "Fuck Lil Durk," to which Capo reacted by agreeing that Lil Durk and his whole crew are bitches or something along those lines. Durk rightfully responded forcefully, threatening to break Capo's jaw if he continued to speak in that manner. Capo, on the other hand, was quick to apologize and thanked OTF Nunu on his Twitter account in an attempt to make peace. This appeared to be the end of things, but it's possible that Keef threw a subliminal shot at Durk on his song All I Care About when he asks, "Where your coke boy might chop her down?" possibly referring to the fact that in addition to Def Jam, Lil Durk is also signed to French Montana's Coke Boy imprint. Chiraq remix beef. Lil Durk's part on the Chiraq remix has renewed the feud fully. Durk's opening lines, "Niggas say me and Sosa beefin', but we both eatin', but only one keepin'" are the most direct reason of the beef. This might suggest that despite both he and Keef are generating money, only one of them is keeping it real and remembering their roots. Or that while both are making money, only Durk will be successful in the long run, while Keef will fade away as an artist and lose the money he has made. Clearly, in any instant, this is a blatant insult to Keef. Equally significant is the fact that DC artist Shy Glizzy, who clearly dissed the whole 300 set in his song 3 Milli, had a very severe rivalry with Lil Reese and was in a shootout with a murdered Glow Gang musician Blood Money, is also featured on this song. In theory, this makes Durk seem very awful in the eyes of his group, especially Lil Reese. Chiraq to LA. In the aftermath of the remix, Keef showed his support for Game and Tyga by sharing their remix cover on his Instagram. Durk retorted that Keef was disrespecting Chicago by doing this, but in actuality, Keef was simply disrespecting Durk. Nowhere in the Game/Tyga remix did either artist ever explicitly trash Chicago, and Lil Durk isn't the only Chicagoan. Lil Reese appears to be siding with Keef. In the hours of following the release of Tyga's remix and Keef's support for Game, Reese began retweeting Keef frequently and saying things like, "I don't play monkey in the middle. If you go against us, you get treated like an op," and retweeting a fan who asked what his thoughts were on the Game verse. While it's uncertain where things will go from here, they'll almost certainly have to select a side. Reese and Frito will both stay with Keef, and while Lil Durk may reap some financial gains, he will lose considerable credibility as a devoted, street-based drill musician, which is what he has built his whole image on. If 300 removes themselves from him, with 600 of his OTF movement in shambles as a result of Rondo's arrest, he may find it difficult to sustain the image he has constructed, which, to be honest, is his biggest selling point as a featured artist. Thank you for staying with me till the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like and share the video. You can leave your questions and thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to get notified when we add new videos in the future. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.